This is the madness. I'll show you too tightly. Can I bomb a drag? I pull it slow like lightning. Is this a dream that I see before me? I reach once then twice and it proves my story. Every version of me into this baseless vision. They are rich in madness, they are weak in wisdom. So let it be, to find myself in my mind, I'm screaming. Somebody else taking over my reflection, and all the edges melt. This is the madness of searching for myself. Riding new foils on the backs of old scars. The sweet berry bush won't stay right for too long. Every truth I chase down turns into a dare. Every quiet moment, there's
What up? Homies, can you hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can. The song's so good. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. Volume's all right. This is the first time I'm streaming with this mic. So it's exciting. We'll just vibe for a bit before let more people show up. How's everyone today? I'm glad you're all here. Thank you for watching the vid. I've been working on part 2 all day. I have my books literally right next to me. This right here, the complete works. I've been going through this. Yeah, we're gonna do behind the scenes today. We're not the behind the scenes was the overwhelming vote. So we're gonna do behind the scenes today, and then next time we'll do a watch through and chat about it with a little more info about how I did it all. So yeah. So yeah, I've been reading a lot of Shakespeare in the last couple days, not trying to figure out, but piecing together all of part 2, which will be Maggie's story. How hyped are you for that? to learn about Maggie's story now. Yeah, this is the complete works right here. This is everything, as far as we know, everything Shakespeare wrote. This should be one of Romeo and Juliet. How do you know there's not gonna be? How do you know there won't be? How do you know? You know, it's interesting. I'm trying to obviously, like, R&J, Hamlet. There's a lot of like very, very, very popular Shakespeare's plays, and I think I've been avoiding those on purpose because, like, I wanted to do R&J. It's classic, but like, I mean, how many of you knew about Titus Andronicus before this video, right? Or Richard III? You know what I mean? So I'm trying to like introduce people to the Shakespeare plays that aren't his like most freaking popular ones. You know what I mean? Who is Imogen? Yep, Maggie. We're talking Maggie. It's crazy. Yeah. when I came up with this, I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I mean, I was hoping you guys, like, in the description when you scroll down and see like the credits and stuff, Imogen and Blancheri and Maggie are like the first three, and they're like separated from all the other credits. Tempest Tempest low key tough, homie. Tempest is for real. Yeah, that's a good one. Tempest is good. It's in Tempest is like I think they call them, if I'm not mistaken, they call them not problem plays, but they're like, I think if they refer to them as problem plays, it's because like they didn't sit like, so when they published all of Shakespeare's works, they categorized him as Shakespeare's tragedies, histories, and comedies. The comedies usually end with like a happy note and like the lovers get back together. The tragedies, everyone dies. And the histories are just like historical pieces. But they also fit with tragedy too, and some elements of comedy. Shakespeare's complex, homies. Shakespeare is complex. AP, is Mags with Bags Maggie, or is Imogen Maggie? What do you guys think? How long have you been planning this ARG for, though? So this is a cool question. I was recommended Wi-Fi's video 3 times before I watched it. So searching for a world that doesn't exist. Okay, so for all the new people, I watched Ish's Civ video, the like rich versus poor. And I was like, dude, that's amazing. I could do that. I'm going to start a Minecraft YouTube channel. I don't know how to play Minecraft. So I'm going to film myself learning how to play, do some Let's Plays, right? And so that's what the Forever World is. And then I was recommended Wi-Fi's video 3 times. I rejected it every time because I didn't like the thumbnail. I was like, I don't, this doesn't look interesting. And so I didn't watch it. And then the 3rd time round, I finally said, okay, I'll watch this. And I was like blown away. And I was like, oh, I can do this. I can tell a story in this way, but what do I know? I was like, well, I know Shakespeare. So let me create an ARG with Shakespeare. So it took me 2 months from that decision onward to build, to release. So it took me 2 months to make the whole thing. How many episodes do you plan on having for the series as of now? Well, there can be 11. There can be 11. I don't know, though. Yo! Yes, help me quit my day job so I can freaking make these videos full time. Page Turners, thank you very much. Anyway, so yeah, 2 months to help me. There's I think there's 11 characters that I've introduced, but Maggie so far is like, we're gonna focus on her now. Yeah, there's 11 characters. So the 9 random characters that were in the underground cave at the end that went to the Shakespeare's Globe Theater, there was 9 of them, including Jerry. There's 10, and then there's Imogen, right? So 11 total. Yeah, get me to 100K. Yes, exactly. So get my slave job and make art for the rest of my life. That is my goal. My goal. I have maybe I can just show you. Let me see. This is what I have right here. That's my mantra for the year. AP sub count. 200K. That's what I want. That's what we're getting. 200K. Okay, let's get into this, shall we? People will join if they want. I'm not really sure how many people are here right now. I can't tell. But we're just going to get into it, shall we? Yeah, everyone ready? So, let's start here. There are 5 different stages, and it's called Cardenio. That was the working title. I initially, when developing this story, I was trying to create an ARG based around one of Shakespeare's allegedly lost plays, which is the lost play of Cardenio, right? And basically, a little context, Shakespeare wrote, well, we think Shakespeare wrote this play with a guy named John Fletcher, named the play called Cardenio, and it's about this guy from Don Quixote, and it's about, yeah! So roughly this project will take 12 months. I don't know. It could take us. I have no clue. um. So, anyways, Cardenio is from the book Don Quixote, and Shakespeare and John Fletcher wrote about this allegedly, and this is what was so interesting: is Cardenio is this character who his best friend steals his girl, and so he runs off into the mountains and goes crazy. And I was like, okay, how do I do an ARG around Cardenio, right? Because there's this whole like crazy thing that happened. Like I think it was like a number of years after Shakespeare died and Cardenio was published. This guy named, was it Humphrey Moseley? Humphrey Moseley, I think, was the publisher of the plays. There was another guy who then said he found Cardenio, rewrote it, and then put it on, right? And said, "This is I have the actual play that Shakespeare wrote. I have it, and I just reworked it, and now this is what you're seeing." Right? And then pretty much people were like, "Nah, homie, this ain't Shakespeare's stuff." It's gotten to the point now where people think that like it could have been, there are elements of Shakespeare's work and language in this play, along with this other author who like put his own words into the play. So I thought that's a really cool base to build this ARG off of, this lost play. However, it was quite limited because it was one play, and the play's a comedy, a tragic comedy. So I was like, maybe we won't do this one. And I just thought, well, why don't I just do all of Shakespeare's plays? So Cardenio, that lost play, is what I titled this, right? So there were 5 stages, and we're going to go through it. When you get to the 50K sub count, we'll get, yep, well, that's true. It'll go faster and faster. I'm hoping that I just keep going viral with these videos. Does the XP bar on the video have anything to do with 150 sonnets? No, but that's a great theory. I love that. That's so good. All right, so let's go to Cardenio's stage 1. Liv Kend, you're my favorite human. So that's why this is called Cardenio, because it's allegedly Shakespeare's last play with John Fletcher that was lost to time and then put on by this other author who said he stole the work and that kind of stuff. So yeah, anyways, that's Cardenio. That's why I call it Cardenio. So we spawn at Jerry's Beach. Everyone, say hi to Bland Jerry. This is Bland Jerry. Yep, the Bland Jerry. Obviously, I'm in creative mode right now. I built this whole thing. So let's start here. This wasn't here. I had to build this with Axiom. In my forever world, I had this rule that I was like not going to use any tutorials, right? I was just going to learn Minecraft straight up, right? Problem is, for this, I had to watch a lot of tutorials. So I do know now more about Minecraft than I did when I started my forever world. Cardenio, yep. AP is Bland Jerry. You have no idea yet how close to Bland Jerry I am. Hi. He's so cute. He's so cute. Shout out to the creator who friggin' designed this skin. So good. Guys, where's the fan art? Let me see the fan art. Okay, so yeah, so I learned a lot of tutorials with Axiom, or about Axiom, which is, you know, all this. I learned how to like do stuff with it. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. And then I finally learned more recipes. Actually, no, I didn't actually learn recipes. Like I still don't know how to craft like a bookshelf. I just like went into the creative mode and just gave myself a bookshelf, right? Anyway, so we start here. Bland Jerry, he looks around. Oh my gosh, it's like the movie all over again. Oh, a firefly bush, right? These firefly bushes, foreshadow, right? So this is where the first firefly bush was. He punches it, grabs it, runs over here, and then discards it, right? He runs up here to get a better look at the place around him. He goes here and he punches this tree. So all of this is like, I did this live. I played it live, right? So I haven't come back and fixed any of it yet. So that tree is still there. This is the little ravine, right? And then here's another tree here that I chopped. So draw a stick figure. Who cares? Just art. Just make art, bro. Yeah. Okay, so then we go over here. How did I get here? Yeah, so I chop this tree, and then we go over here. Now, the thing is, there's a lot... this is where he sees the sweet berry bush, right? So this was funny part. When I was playing, I had to figure out an angle to like give the box away right there, right? See, that's where that's where it is, like right over here, you know? I had to run at an angle so that the sleuthers, the frame by framers could like see it. And then he gets here and he's like, oh, what? Did I just see that? You know? So this is where he says that right here. And surprisingly enough, more foreshadow, sweet berry bushes. Bland Jerry stops in front of sweet berry bushes. Foreshadow. Yeah, you see it? 20 people, here we go. Maybe I can learn how to draw just to make fan art. Yeah, do it. Stick figures are better than I can do. Make a fan art. Just make art, guys. Just make art. Listen, just make it, guys. So yeah, so this is a sweet berry bush. This is on purpose. you see sweet berry bushes. Oh, this is foreshadow for the ice cavern where we meet Maggie. And then obviously he comes over here and sees this. I replaced this here because he broke it in the video. There's nothing in it. So yeah. And then also like give me questions in the chat. I mean, hey, it's always fun when foreshadow pays off, right? Maybe too much foreshadow, never too much. Okay, so I go over here. Now, let's come up here. So when I found that, when I just logged into this seed, I searched like, I think with a command, I forget, I searched for a dark oak forest because I know they're dense, right? And I thought it'd be cool. I did say that was a bonus chest, but I learned that it wasn't. But anyways, all this here was full of trees. So I had to use Axiom to get rid of all the trees, every single one, and make a circle. So I flew up and then I think I just got one of the circle paint tool maybe, or one of the circle tools. I forget. One of the circle tools. Maybe it was the circle selection. And I just like drew a fat circle. And then I just deleted all the trees. Right? So I could have a fat circle. Because I thought it'd be creepy. I was like, hey, what if someone ran into a forest that was supposed to be dense and then it just wasn't dense, right? This is what we're going over. We're going over what my process for making this whole thing was. So the ground break, I'm going to show you all that now. So let me do this real quick. Let me go punch this right here. Oops. Okay, let me do that. I'll show you here. So let's go. Where is that? Wait. Oh, hold on. Wait, what the frick? Oh, crap, which button is it? Which button is it? Is it Z? No, it's not. It's period. There we go. So let's go to stack, right? Watch this. So I did a lot of this. So I can cover the whole, right? So let's go down here where it's all hidden. Yay! So this is the ground break stuff, right? So everything in this video is coordinate triggers, right? I had to learn about all this stuff. So redstone block. So basically this command block here says execute if entity me hits these coordinates. If I hit this coordinate or within 2 blocks of that coordinate, run set block here, redstone block. So this coordinate is right here. So if I hit that target coordinate, this command block will place a redstone block here, powering all of these command blocks, right? Listen, we're going to have a discussion about AI later, but AI taught me a lot of this stuff. I was learning fast with Gemini. I was learning fast. So anyways, then, right? So again, coordinates, right? So I had to fill this coordinate, meaning the dirt blocks that was specifically that coordinate. I had to fill all of this with air, and then destroy, which is the sound, right? I learned that if you don't have destroy, it just poofs away. But with the destroy command, it makes the sound of blocks breaking. Now, to beef it up, this is all sound effects. All of this, sound effect, right? Effect. Oh, sorry, this is the resistance one. I'll talk about that one in a second. Sound effects, right? Generic explosion, 100. All of these are sound effects, so that when I hit certain marks, the sounds go off and make it more epic. Not coding. I didn't learn coding. I just learned command blocks. So slightly different. Let's kill this one. So yeah, that one redstone block powers all of these. And these are all timed for specific sections, right? So in the video, Jerry looks up and you see each section break apart. That's what all of this is. Every single one of these is a specific section that breaks in a specific sequence with sound effects, right? So that's all here. So now watch. I go here, and I'll run backwards for you to see it, right? So this is the trigger point right here. This is the trigger point. So let me go here, I'll turn around, watch if I can hit the trigger point. Okay, here, ready? See? So I hit the trigger point, which makes it allowed to break. And then you hear the sound. No. The resistance triggers specifically because this, if I fall, I'm dead, right? Oops, let's turn that off. So I'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, no, the resistance was specifically so that I could like not die when I fall. I don't know command. I'm still learning commands. Still learning. I'm getting better. Anyways, so this, right, all this stuff right here, these commands, I think there's a crouch command. Where's the crouch one? No, sound. Okay, this one here, I think. No, that's when I fall. Maybe it's this one. No, that one's empty. No, where's the crouch one? Can I find it? Let's see here. Sound effects, sound effect. There's one specific one where if I crouch, crouching is the key. I don't remember where it went. Anyways, there's a command block that triggers here, right? So this coordinate, if I crouch here, it breaks, right? So that's all those blocks breaking in sequential order is all timed with these repeaters. I think these are called repeaters, right? I think these are repeaters. But I had to like clock these and it was so hard. Gemini definitely taught me and said, clock them like this, hit them like this, do this many clocks and this timing. But it was so hard to do. So anyways, yeah, everything is trigger commands, everything. Why did I make the baby mobs die? Because it's creepy to watch baby animals die. It's sad. It's icky. And I wanted to paint that picture early. I wanted to give people an uncomfortable feeling very early in the video. So that's why I'm killing baby animals. And that's also a trigger spawn, right? So the very center of this, that's the trigger. So if I hit this center point, all the animals start to go, right? And they're going. We're gonna turn it off right here. This is the trigger to turn it off, but this is also the trigger to start the rain. And oh, the store didn't pop up, so I'm gonna go through all this real quick. So again, this is the trigger zone here for this. So all these blocks here, these command blocks here, these trigger the rain, the sword, the sound, the animals to stop, all of it. So is the sword here? Let me see. Oh, no, because I didn't break him yet. So this is the sword room, right? Kill sword 1. See, how did the Alex zombie spawn? I'll talk about that. Wait, this is sick. I thought other players did that, but it's automatic. Yeah, it's automatic. Everything's automatic. This is really uncomfortable. Good. I like that. So yeah, all these, again, coordinate triggers, right? So let me go hit this. Did I hit that? Okay, so I'll hit this. So that will trigger the sound and then the sword, right? So here's the sword. And then right there. Because this is sword 1. I hit a specific... I summon at this coordinate, the Minecraft netherite sword. And then I had to have like Gemini teach me all this stuff here. override glint, like no gravity, tag it with the dagger. I had to learn, and I am still like in kindergarten with all this stuff, but I had to learn all this. And I was just doing this for 2 months, like figuring this crap out, right? It does. So that's what the kill sword is right here, right? So this command block, kill sword 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I hit this coordinate, which happens to be the coordinate of the next sword or a specific spot, within one block of that coordinate, I'll set redstone block at this coordinate here. These are the coordinates here, and that will kill the dagger. Right? And then once that kills the dagger, then it summons the new sword, right? So this is so yeah, so this was the first puzzle I built. Right? Yeah, I built this one thinking, okay. Oh, sorry, no, this was the second puzzle I built. The first one I built was the Macbeth parkour map. This was the second one I built, and this one was so hard. Now, I wanted to show you this too. This is the Morse code. Gemini again had to teach me how to build the Morse code, right? But watch, this is all timed. All these command blocks are on specific timings to literally send out a Morse tick. Right? This is all one giant long ass Morse tick. It goes way back here. Like way the F back here, right? So this is just all of these command blocks trigger this to pump out pit or P, the first letter of P, right? All of these too, right? So boom, all of these. This was I. So this was I. I think L was pretty long. L is a really long one. Let's see, L. Yeah, L is super long. Like way the F back here. Yeah, this is L. It goes way over here. Yeah. It's like the behind the scenes of an amusement park ride. Shh, quiet. You're crazy, water. Quiet. Don't talk about that part. Don't talk about the fact that my name is in the video. Don't talk about it. Anyway, let's talk about the zombies, right? So here's the zombie room. This was really hard to do. So we have, these are still stuff I don't quite understand. The Alex cooldown timers. But I had to, instead of having zombies just flood me, I had to stop the zombies from spawning for a few seconds to give me a second and then to continue onward, right? So this is like Alex Zombie 1. Again, trigger commands, right? If I hit this, set a redstone block. If I hit the certain trigger, set a redstone block right here. That redstone block will then power all of these. Now, this is the key, right? Silent tag my zombie. I had to make the zombie silent because Lavinia has no tongue. And they represent Lavinia. So let's go summon some of these guys, right? So yeah, there's one. And they're all in creative mode right now, so they're not going to do anything. This one is, yeah, so fun behind the scenes fact. I suck at PvP. I suck at fighting. I suck at all of that stuff. Also, well, let's continue with this thought. I suck at PvP, I suck at fighting, I suck at all that stuff, right? So I had to like figure out a way to see there. And so that, look at all, do you see all those spawn? Like that's real. Like I didn't like, that was all real. All of these things are happening according to specific trigger points I hit, because the goal was to do this video in one take, right? I wanted to do it in one take. See, look at that. And so all these zombies spawn and just overwhelm Bland Jerry, right? I did not do this video in one take, by the way. Yeah, no. I studied Shakespeare all throughout college and in my lifetime. When you reach the ice cavern, please make a new hole. Okay, water. Anyway, so there's also points. Let's see. I think it's, where is it? I'm trying to find the command block that talks about giving giving the gold. So anytime. Oh yeah, so this is, oh, they have infinite weakness, so they can't hurt me. The zombies can't hurt me here. So this one, again, the redstone block powers all of these, and this is a giant command to summon one of those zombies, right? So summon a zombie in that spot, make it silent, okay? Then tag it with it needs a tag, my zombie. It needs weakness, right? It needs to also have Alex's head right here, okay? So it needs Alex's head. AP, did Jerry lose his intelligence when he got the staff? He could have broke the cauldron and just not follow the group to the end. I think in that moment, Jerry had accepted certain things. There will come points in your life where you wish you could break the cauldron, and then you just realize it would just be better not to. How long was the full recording? The full recording, an hour and a half, but I had to do a few different takes a few of the times, and I'll show you why. How hard was it to make each major part? Extremely hard. Extremely hard. This section alone took me like 2 weeks just to build all of these command blocks, because I chose, my dumbass was like, I'm going to build the 2 hardest puzzles first. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to build the 2 hardest puzzles first. And it took me forever to figure all this out, right? It was extremely hard doing it on my own. Super fun, super rewarding. It was like a breath of fresh air every day. It felt so good because, like, I've been editing for 14 years. So I know a lot about editing, but this is new. So this is like, oh my gosh, my brain was just opening up. Anyways, yeah, it took a long time to build these. So then, and again, MHF Alex head. So this summons it. So zombie is summoned in this location. It's summoned with weakness. It's also summoned with no strength and an Alex head. And then, yeah, so 2 will spawn. And I think then that one after will set this block back to air so that the redstone can re-trigger. So this gives me infinite zombies, just infinite zombies. It's a loop. How did you make another person named Bland Jerry? I'll show you. Oh, I'll show you that. Cool. Yeah, I'll show you that in Ice Cavern. Anyways, this is the pit. I wanted to make it bedrock. Let's go down and look at I saw a tutorial on how to make like the glowing yellow stone, which I thought was cool. So, yellow carpet and then a bunch of yellow stained glass in sections. This took forever to do. And then obviously the devouring pit. I wanted the devouring pit to look like it had teeth. So I gave it teeth with the dripstone. Also, I wanted it to kill the animals faster. How did you make the 2 Jerrys? I'm going to go over that when we get to the ice cavern. Anyway, so also I wanted it bedrock. I think this bedrock goes all the way down to like freaking the void. I didn't want to give Jerry any out. My dumbass, again, forgot that all these blocks could break, and he could just use the blocks to bridge out. Yes, but this is canon. When Jerry panics or is in a uniquely difficult situation, like all of us, we forget the obvious. When we're panicking, when we're going crazy, we forget the obvious. We forget to just take a breath and look around us. Jerry forgot to look around you, and then suddenly zombies are starting to form everywhere and attack him. They weren't attacking him. They weren't hurting him, but he was so panicked, he didn't realize it. He thinks they're just hurting him. Oh my gosh, all these zombies, I don't know what to do. Take a breath, observe. But when you're in a panic state, you forget that. And that's Jerry. Jerry is smart, but he panics. He has anxiety issues. This set here took me like 2 weeks to build. This one took forever to build. Any questions about this set before we move on? It's beautiful, isn't it? It was meant, yeah, all the baby animals are meant to die. How long did it take you to build the real Shakespeare Globe Theater? We'll talk about, I'll actually show you that. We'll talk about that. I built that in creative mode. I'd have to pull that file over though. That one took me 3 days straight. Just like 12-hour days, three 12-hour days to build the globe replica, because there was none online. There was maybe one or two, but I couldn't like get them downloaded, so I just had to build one. Zombie movies, try staying calm, but you get bitten. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're in the middle, if you open up a world that's brand new, and then suddenly you're in a giant pit, also yellow and purple for the colors of royalty and regalness. But if you're in a pit and there's zombies attacking you and it's bedrock and you don't know what's going on, you're gonna panic a bit, right? You're gonna panic. And Jerry panicked and forgot what was obviously in front of him. And there's a lesson in that. There's a lesson in that. Yes, the Morse code does, in fact, check out as real. It does. So watch it here. Let's look over some more. So this is P, right? So starting now. P dot dash dot. Oh, sorry, dash. Yeah, so I think P is dot dash dash dot P. I is dot dot dot. So that's I, T. Dash, right? L's hard too. So so yeah, so this is L. So it's dot, dash, dot, dot, right? So again, to be very clear, Gemini helped me figure all this out. It told me how to create the timings so that I could actually make the Morse legitimate. But it all checks out. S is 3 dots, dot, dot, dot. E is, I think, just 1 dash, I think. Yeah. So anyways, it all checks out. It all checks out. And Gemini helped me figure out, first learn Morse code, and then also figure out the timings, because I didn't know how to do these times. See, we can see the redstone actually in action here, right? And then it'll turn off. We'll go here. This is the redstone block powering it, right? Where is it? Yeah. So this is all that is right here. It's just going, and it's all these timings for that, right? So let's kill this. Okay, cool. Why there's grown sheep on the there's only baby sheeps. Oh, there's a grown, I guess it grew up. Let's get rid of you. Sorry. I guess it grew up since I've been here last. Okay, cool. Any other questions about the Titus Andronicus pit? No? Let's trigger that. So again, that triggers the sound effect plus the weather changing. I just cleared it. Plus it turns off all the animals, and then it summons the sword, right? So this one spot alone, this one redstone block alone with these command blocks here does all that, plus the trigger markers. So, is this a dagger which I see before me? Famous line in Macbeth, very famous line. I had to obviously the command blocks make it so that I can't touch it or grab it or put it in my inventory, except when I hit this mark. And when I hit that mark, wait. So when I hit this mark, boop, disappears, right? And then this one down there shows up the second I hit this mark, right? So same thing. This is quick. Nothing here. He can't do anything, can't grab it. He hits that mark and it disappears, but this one shows up. Now, I then connected every mark to this. So, boom. That one disappears, but then sets up the next one, which is over here. Boom, right there. So they're all connected to the command blocks. When I hit that spot, the redstone block is summoned, and then it summons the next sword. So same thing. And then over here, the whole setting of it being Spruce Forest and at night is scary. Yep. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Duncan. Rest in peace, King Duncan. Gone too soon, bro. Gone too soon. What up, Sorcerer Silver? So yeah, this is OG spawn. This is the OG spawn where, like, when I just summoned this world, I just opened this world. I set a lodestone. here's a bunch of command blocks for the Macbeth parkour map. All of these. This is the command block for to summon the knight when he enters the candle cave. This triggers the sound effect, and then it changes time to night. And then this is all, let's see, the red glass effect. So all this stuff is where the glass breaks and has the sparkles, right? So red stained glass, set block, air destroy. So let's see, if I sneak on a red glass block, it breaks, right? And then also there's a scoreboard for sneaking. So I was triggered that if I snuck, right? And then this is all like, this is the sound effect for the sparkly sound. I think, yeah, glass plane, crit hit. Yeah, these are all the sound effect stuff. Yep, this is the blue glass. So this is the blue glass will break. And this is the void teleport. So initially, welcome everyone, welcome. Yeah, Gemini taught me so much, right? It taught me it fast, right? I still had to like understand what I was doing, but it was like, I was like, how does this command work? And it would tell me how it works and why, right? And I'm like, okay, I get that. What do these brackets mean? This is what the bracket means. This Minecraft, there are sentences, and these brackets tell you when a can like, it instructs different parts of the sentence and the command to work, right? So I had to learn all that. I'm still learning it. Like I said, I'm very basic with it. But it did show me all this. So yeah, an artist was using AI. It's okay. If they want to leave, they can leave. I mentioned AI. That's why people left. Anyway, so this is the void teleport. So initially, when I built the Macbeth parkour map, the first map, it was the first thing I built. The initial story was going to be Bland Jerry failing all the maps, and then I was going to get a secret email, and I was going to then have to come and do all the maps and succeed. So the void, Jerry was going to fall into the void and then go into a separate puzzle for like the loser's puzzle, right? And I thought that's just way too much work. So I'm not gonna build 15 different puzzles. So void teleport, this takes you, if I fall into the void or if Jerry falls into the void, it takes you right to the ice cavern. The void takes you to the ice cavern, and also the door takes you to the ice cavern. So let's go here into the Macbeth parkour puzzle. So again, the sword, final sword, the redstone block symbolizing blood and death. AI Ultra, baby. So yeah, this redstone block was symbolic of like the blood of King Duncan, right? That Macbeth killed. Many of you have pointed out that there was a little blurry spot, like a brown or a black spot in the footage. Yeah, that was an accident. I had to refilm this section, like this little moment right here. I had to refilm it, but I didn't know that my night vision was on. And so because night vision was on, you could see into the cave, all of it into the cave. So here's night vision, I think. Let's see. Yeah, there's night vision, right? So I didn't know night vision was on. So I was like, crap, why is it so bright in there? So I tried to create a mask to block in editing. I tried to edit in a mask that would block that out. I should have just hit the night vision. Thanks. Oh, what up? Thank you, Nick. The sound effects, how did you manage to fit so well? Timing. Like the sound effects that are in here, it's all with command blocks and timing. It's a trigger. It's all triggered. So anyways, yeah, that's why there was a black smudge here, because because night vision was on and I tried to cover the night vision. It has nothing to do with, there's no lore. There's no lore with it. Anyways, I built this whole staircase. To be clear, I built everything in here except the Tempest, like airships and stuff. Yeah, that's why it was so bright. That one moment, I was like, frick. I didn't want to record it again. I was so tired of recording it. So I just put a little blurry mask there and it looked like crap. And I forgot to delete it. So that's why there's a little blurry smudge. Anyways, you come down here, built this staircase. I had to look at a tutorial to see how I could design a staircase because I didn't realize I could like make them cool like this. Anyways, the candle cave. The candles have not been relit, but if you step right here, trigger, it triggers everything. Right? So that's a trigger spot right there. And of course, the candles were on. Time set, set day. The heck? And weather clear. Okay, so I'm not gonna go and like light all these lights up. In the cave, no triggers, I don't think. Anyway, so I by hand placed every single one of these candles. Here's where if you go left, all this was like open. I had to cover all this up because it goes like way down into here, right? But I placed all of these by hand. If you notice you have not seen any mobs, that's because I turned mobs off, right? Every single one of these candles by hand, okay? All of this was wide open. I had to block all of this off and then go and like place every candle and then light every candle. Yeah, did you like that? I wanted to give a little shout out to Wi-Fi's because that's what inspired this. And so I was like, you know what? We're gonna go right. We're not going left. Anyway, so I then went with Axiom. I went into here, and then with Axiom, just drilled out a massive long tunnel, cleared it all the way to void, and then painted it with bedrock, and then just by hand over, in a couple hours, built this random puzzle. I didn't know what I was doing. Oh yeah, there's trigger spots in this, forgot. So like trigger spots to light up. So every time he hits a spot, the lights turn on, right? Again, so at OG spawn, all those command blocks are what making this happen right here. Yeah, initial, and then right here, let's see here. This is a reset, so I can hit that, turn off those. So you can see the empty command block there, the air block. And then if you open this, it turns back on. Again, with command blocks, all command blocks. How did you do the hitbox thingy for the one candle? I'll show you. I'll tell you about that. I love the reference. What if you crouch on the blue glass? You can't. If you touch the blue glass, I did the command. So if you touch it, it just breaks. We'll go over here and we'll look at the, oops, where is this? We'll go to the marker. So this is super cool. I had to ask Gemini about this. I was like, how can I do this thing? I need to give a code. So I left a marker, an unnamed marker inside. I don't know why there's two. What is this? I wasn't there. Okay. I left an unnamed marker. So basically this marker, I had to, with a command, not command blocks, but a command, summon the unnamed marker, place the unnamed marker in this candle, and then leave the Axie 85 strip of text in this unnamed marker. Yeah. Let's see. What if did you have to fill the text with the code? No. So with hitboxes, right? Where is it? Right. Hitboxes. Hitbox is shown. Where are you? Why aren't you showing this box? Oh, maybe because maybe I have to be in, oops. Why isn't the hitbox shown? Hitbox should be shown. That's weird. I don't know why you can't see the hitbox right now. That's weird. Thank you. AP, I love the video. I genuinely think it is up to top with Wi-Fi's ARG. This is the madness. Is so good though. Thank you. Thank you. He inspired this video, and I'm glad I was able to put my mark in the scene, and I hope to to create ARGs for a long time. Like, did you have to type in? So basically, this unnamed marker has the Axie strip, and then you can go to any Axie decoding website, type it in, and it'll reference it. So I had Gemini. I typed in the text that I need this translated into Axie. It did that. However, the way Minecraft works is with quotation marks. Axie uses quotation marks, and that means, but in Minecraft, quotation marks means end of command or end of sentence, right? So that's why there's so many backslashes, because the backslashes say ignore that. So I thought it was another layer on top of that Jerry had to figure out, and I kind of go over it in the video. Anyway, so yeah, the Axie code is in this marker, hidden by the candle that doesn't blow out because of the hitbox pointing to the lectern. Did that make sense? And then you do not have to have text in any book. You put any book on this lectern, it'll break the barrier blocks. The barrier blocks break with any book, but for the video's sake, it needs the text. Yeah, so it didn't have to have that specific text. It just needed any book, and that's all again command blocks, right? There's a command block under it, I think. Anyway, so yeah, here's the parkour puzzle. This was the first puzzle I built, and this took forever to do. I don't do parkour. I don't know how to do parkour. So watch, if you touch a blue block, it breaks, right? I don't do parkour, right? So I had to figure like out how to do this. This took me forever to like nail. I fell so many times doing this puzzle. The type the quote or the axis string. Maybe I have it. Let me see if I have the axis. I don't know if I have the axis string. Give me a sec. Let me see. Where is it? I'm trying to see where I can lectern barrier wall break. Oh, so the quote was, I am in blood stepped in so far that should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as go o'er. You know, like I said in the video, basically saying like, yo man, I've come this far. I might as well just keep going. This is the, okay, we'll do this. We'll do it right here. Oops. See, imagine there was an ARG called Finding My Lover Who Doesn't Exist. Yo, man, it took me 37 years to find mine. Axis string. Yeah, I'll type the axis string in chat. Here it is. Actually, no, I don't have it, but I'll bring it up right now because that's like right there. You can do it real fast. So you have to you have to type this in chat, right? And this is where my name shows up in chat. Oops. Custom name, and that's it right there. That's the AXI code. But again, I think these like initial these right here don't need to be there, but because of this quotation mark, these have to be there so Minecraft doesn't think this is a command. Same with all of these. But this is the AXI code that spells out the sentence in AXI. I am in blood so far. How long did it take you to get the perfect... Dude, like an hour to do, right? I did it in multiple takes, right? So basically I'd be going in the oops. So so watch, this is how it is. Like I'm always in survival, right? And if I fall, I just hit double shift and I'm back in creative. So that's how I did that. So yeah, this took forever for me to do because I can't do it. And I always got stuck like right over here. This jump alone takes me so long to do. I can never do it. It's so hard. This jump alone. Oops. Yeah, there, I'm breaking glass. Yeah, this jump takes me forever. You see how hard this is? It's so hard. This one, oh my gosh, landing on this one thing. Okay, so yeah, so then, where's the lights? I think the lights are over here. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, we're just turning on all the lights. So, yeah, I'm just breaking all the glass now. I'll go in and refix this later. Anyway, so this was the hardest part right here. This took forever, like these jumps, because you can't barely see them. And like, dude, I should have had Evbo do all this. I wish I knew. Anyone know Evbo? See, I can't even hit him now. I just did a ton. Do I know how I managed the parkour? I just did a different bunch of takes. Okay, what's cool though, this is important. This is important for lore. This is important for lore. Okay. All the lights are triggered on, but when you get to the very last jump, all the lights are off. This one trigger point turns all the lights off behind him. And that is because it show like, again, it's a deep going double downing on the idea of I've come so far, I can't go back, right? Like I've stepped in the blood so far, I can't go back. There's no more light. No matter what, he can't get back because there's no light. Thank you. Thank you. I am a parkour champion. And then the candle here. Now, in here is just black concrete, so it looks dark, right? Under here is the command block that teleports me to, or teleports Blangieri to the ice cavern, right? So no matter if he missed. I missed the jump in the video. Let's see if I can hit it now. Ready? Nope. See, you fall into the void, you get transported straight into the ice cavern. So this is the ice cavern. Let's turn off hitboxes. Okay. He could bridge. Yes. He could bridge. However, like I said earlier, when Jerry is in a panicked state, like all of us, you forget the obvious. How many of you have ever been panicked or in the middle of an anxiety attack and just forgot your stove was on, right? Like when you're anxiety induced or panicking, you forget what's obvious. AP, did you know that Ebo fell a lot in the master section of the parkour civilization? Probably because that crap looks freaking hard to do. So not so much of curiosity killed the cat, but more so he had to keep moving to survive. That's a good question. I have the answer. I'm trying to see what I can say about the answer without spoiling. I think with that one, he's no. There's no way he's Durlord. Jerry is not Durlord. Jerry's a tech genius. He's not Durlord. You put Durlord and Jerry in a game of chess, Durlord takes it 10 times out of 11, right? Yeah, Durlord would smoke Jerry. Jerry's smart, but not Durlord smart. I know I have so many questions too. Okay, so all this was built by hand. Let's expose it. Water, this is for you. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to dig a hole, but I'm just going to show you. All this was built in Axiom, right? So what I had to do, this is like up to build limit. This is up to build limit. I had to, with Axiom, create a packed ice wall, a massive, I just like would fly around and draw just a giant massive ice wall. And it does, in fact, go down to void, right? So this is all, you know what? You're right. Durlord would turn himself into creative mode after seeing this. Anyway, so I just did a giant packed ice square and like a snowy taiga, so it would snow. And then I just, with Axiom, got the, I think, rock tool or the shape tool, one of these, and I just or the extrude tool, and I just pulled packed ice out and made it look scary and haunting, and then I had to fill this whole crap with water. You know how long it took me to fill this freaking crap with water? I'll tell you how long. There's elements that are still not finished. Look at this. This isn't full yet because I couldn't be bothered. So much stuff has not been finished with the water, but there's so much. It took me forever to fill this with water because it's such a big space. Yes, I am. Right. I'm still learning how to play Minecraft, by the way. Also, Jerry, or calling someone Jerry, means calling someone clueless, and it is a detriment to the other. Is that the reason you chose the name Jerry? No, I did not know that. I did not know that. I did not know calling someone a Jerry meant you're clueless. The name was developed with my brother. So I had my brother's help, emotional help with this. I'd call him. I'd be like, "Yo, I need help with this thing." So one of my brothers, I said, "I need a ton of skins. I need to find this character's skin." Initially, the character was named Rational EX, and I didn't have a name, but I knew I wanted to make him. Man, you're crazy, Water. You're so ridiculous. I'll make a hole. Ready? There's your hole. There's your hole. Okay. There's your hole. Anyways, my brother, I called him one night and I said, I need skins. And then we were looking because we needed a Blangieri skin. And I was like, I need a skin for Blangieri. What could be Blangieri's skin? And his name was not Blangieri. His name was Rational EX. We'll go get some light right here. Right? His name was Rational EX. And I'm like, I didn't like it. And so my brother was just looking through a bunch of skins with me, and I go, I just need something plain, just like a plain thing. He goes, Well, man, here's a freaking Bland Jerry freaking costume. Here's a Bland Jerry skin, and the skin is actually called Office Worker. That's all it's called. And he showed me the skin. I was like, this is perfect. And I go, and the name's perfect. I go, is it called Bland Jerry? He goes, no, that's just what I called this guy. I just called it Bland Jerry. So my little brother actually named him Bland Jerry. So yeah, his name was Bland Jerry because I was like, I just needed a skin that looked plain and boring. And he was like, well, here's a Bland Jerry skin for you. That's how Bland Jerry got his name. Through my little brother. Anyways, here's boats. I'm trying to think of what I can expose to you that won't give anything away. All right. Does anyone in chat know what wood this is? Did you use any shaders for the ice cavern? I did not use shaders for the ice cavern. We're going to talk about the airships when we get there. I don't know, 35, 34? I don't know. We're onks, man. We're old. Yeah, nothing in here. Oh crap. Does anyone here know this is pale oak? Correct. Pale oak. Hi, hello AP. Aside from Wi-Fi's, were there any other Minecraft ARG creators you taken inspiration from, or honestly just any others you watched? No ARG creators, just Wi-Fi's. That was the only one I knew of. My YouTube like algorithm is like flooding with them right now. I just learned of Zacho Builds yesterday. Super good, really good. But now I'm discovering all these crazy ARG creators. But no, Ish and Wi-Fi's were the guys who like inspired my whole channel. These two guys, yeah. These are pale oak. There's a reason for this. There's a reason this is pale oak, okay? I have a lot of questions for you guys. I want your theories because now we're getting to theory territory. Now we're getting into heavy lore territory, okay? All this is pale oak. The entire town of Good Strawberry is pale oak, okay? There is a delay in the YT chats, probably. Oh yeah, I've heard of retro gaming. I just heard of retro gaming. I've heard he's really good. Pale oaks are quite bland. I think they're quite beautiful, actually. Anyways, everything here is built with pale oak. The boats, all the boats are pale oak. Everything here is pale oak. Now, in King Richard III, this is lore that I don't believe will give anything away. Let me just double check because I don't want to give anything away for part 2 because now we're talking about Maggie's stuff. Okay, I don't think this gives anything away. But AB is peak. That's right. AP is peaker. I love it. Thank you. Well, it's my favorite music. It's everyone's favorite music. When he first gets into Good Strawberry and that music's that like haunting angelic voice starts singing. That's that song. Oh my gosh, so good. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, the ambiance, I wanted it to be creepy, right? Because in Wi-Fi's video, he had this like really cool, the village. It was really, really creepy. I wanted something like that. So I did a packed ice cavern, something cold and barren. And you can't grow anything in packed ice. You can't survive on packed ice, right? But pale oak, why pale oak, right? So we know it's a death cult. So each of the parts are in the same timeline as Jerry. Like Maggie's timeline will be set the same timeline as Jerry events occurred. Yes. I'm thinking of what I can tell. I'm going to tell you a little bit, but not much. But yes, I can say they are in the same timeline. But as we know, time doesn't work normally in this world, right? Anyways, Richwan is an homage to King Richard III, right? King Richard III. Richwan is the cult leader. Wan means pale or weak. So Richwan is the pale one, or the pale one in riches, pale in riches, right? Let's see. When Jerry saw himself running, how did you record, edit that? Did you have someone else go to another account? I'll show you right now. I'm terrible at English. but not a big fan of Shakespeare, so I went over his poems and stories. Good. Will we ever see Maggie? Maybe. I probably could trigger that. I'll trigger that. Anyways, so Richwan means pale or weak. And in my opinion, if you're a cult leader, you are rich in madness and weak in wisdom. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? The lyrics have everything. Listen, the one thing I'm going to teach you guys about Shakespeare, let the words do the work. When you read or play Shakespeare, the words will tell you everything. Everything I say in the video means something. The lyrics, they are rich in madness. They are weak in wisdom. That is a direct reference to Richwan, the cult leader. Cult leaders are rich in madness, weak in wisdom. Get it? You guys get it now? Good, cool. So here, I think this is Maggie's house. Let's trigger it, shall we? Here we go. And let me trigger this part too. Hold on. Again, everything is a trigger command. Oops. So when I stand here, this trigger right here turns off the lights. But when I stand here, Maggie's light goes on. And watch what happens when I enter. Stand right here. See what happens. It should trigger. Yeah, there it is. So there's Blangieri running. There he is. This is the Blangieri running. I did this with the mod Motion Capture. Motion Capture is an app, or is a mod. Sorry. It's incredible. You can record yourself playing. So I recorded myself doing this Blangieri's movements, right? I recorded myself doing this, and it's the exact same movements as the other Blangieri, right? It's literally the exact same thing as the Blangieri that runs out. So I recorded this Blangieri. He should disappear in a second. Yeah. So motion capture is a mod. So then, and again, in order for motion capture to work, you have to use command blocks, right? So basically, let me show you the command block real quick. So motion capture, playback start. And I titled it book read, Blangieri. And then the skin is from Mindskin, and that's the URL, right? So when I trigger it here, this exact spot, that's why you watch the video, you'll see me look down and run and look back up. It triggers. Right? So motion capture did this. Hi, me. Hi, me. And then he sees me run past. And I do the exact same movements as the first one. And then I'm already here. And then I look back and he's there. So the Journal of Maggie was already there, as in the days where she was journaling was before Jerry, correct. And when she leaves is like a day before Jerry arrives, or is it different? We'll find out. But Maggie was there before Blangieri, correct. So I did everything that my Blangieri does. Well, you should pay attention next time, Water. This is my favorite. This is my favorite section of the whole video. It's so haunting and so spooky and so scary. It's horrific. More lore. King Richard III at the end of the play has a dream, and the 11 people he kills in the play show up in his dream. There are 11 soul candles or soul lanterns in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 soul candles for the 11 people King Richard III kills in the play. This is the this is the part of the ARG that gave me goosebumps. Yeah, me too. Every time I watch it, I'm like, you said something pretty dark when he mentioned pale oak. How'd you get the villagers to be lying on the ground? I'll talk about that. Dirt is his wife's name in the Discord. LMAFO. The parkour part seriously gave me, yeah, same, exact same. Okay, here, let's go down. So all the villagers are I had to do a command, and again, Gemini helped me with finding the right command to make the villagers quiet and frozen. They're all in beds. They just are lying in beds, frozen. They can't move. They can't do anything. They're just frozen. Per command, I commanded them. I wrote a command to them to do that, right? And then what you can do is, let me pull it up real quick. I have it here. Where is it? Let me mention it. I have so many freaking notes. Island chords, maybe it's here. Okay, here. Check it out. It's right here. Oops. So yeah, I have all the commands for that. So the commands to make the villagers the way they are is /data merge entity @n with the brackets type equals villager, and then the curly brackets no AI, so they can't move. They have no AI. 1B and then silent 1B and then persistence required, so they can stay alive. And then I can summon whatever villager I want with a command, and then this is the command to teleport them, right? Unfortunately, so that teleports them up, and then they are laying there frozen. I can do this with every single one of them. I have to do it one by one, right? Because unfortunately, I don't know how to, I couldn't figure out a command to do them all at once. I had to go to each one and lift them all at once. It took forever. Are the pots meant to be bowls for the blood? No. The pot, okay, so let's go back to Maggie's. This is super important. Remember in the journal that Maggie writes, she talks about like forgetting her sweet berry bush, right? This is the journal. That's the sweet berry bush. It's a death cult. In the lore of the video, you know, when you eat the sweet berry bush, you die. And so that's why none of the villagers have sweet berry bushes, because they ate them and they died. Yeah. So that's what's scary, is they all self-exited because they believed in the crazy teachings of this weirdo right here. Where is he? This is Rich One. This is canonically Rich One right here. And I gave him the villager skin that's like the most rare. Anyways, this is Rich One. He ate his sweet berry and he died too. So all the sweet berry bush pots are empty because they ate them and they died. And they're all, you can see them really good from here. Like there's a bunch in here. Anyways, that's how I teleport them. They did, yeah. They ate the poisonous berries and they died. All of them. Even this bodyguard here. This bodyguard. That's a bodyguard. He died. They're all under the delusion of him, right? He's delusional, and they are all delusional. He is rich with madness, weak in wisdom. Rich Juan. This is Rich Juan. And that, yeah. And then these guys, this is creepy. All these ones up here. He's super creepy. All of these. Yeah, so this was that. And then running out, obviously we already saw it. I already triggered it, so the red blocks, you won't trigger it again. But yeah, then I see Blanjeri, blah, blah, blah. Run away, run away, run away, run away. How did she harvest the sweet berries and get blisters if it's all ice? You're going to find out in part 2. Maggie barely got out in time. Maggie barely got out in time. Oops. Yep. Oh, hold on. Let me turn on some light. I forgot that I have light here. There we go. That's better. Now you can actually see me. Yeah, you'll find out when she talks about the blisters. You'll find out. Anyway, so Jerry takes a boat and then cruises, and this light is again a coordinate trigger right in front of her door. When I step in front of Maggie's door, this soul lantern triggers right in here, and then we're at the famous hole. 3 boats, 1 for Maggie, 1 for the other Blanjeri, and then 1 for Blanjeri. Oh yeah, you hear my bird. You hear our green chicken. What about Randall? Randall self-exited with the rest of them. Okay, so this is a really long tunnel. I wanted to make one uncomfortably long. In Maggie's POV, will the villagers stay villagers or will they transform into players too? I got to figure that out. Well, I got to figure that out. I'm working on that. Yeah. Here's some advice for artists. or writers specifically, put yourself in positions where you have to figure out the next answer. If you're as confused as the audience, good. Put yourself in a position to figure out the next answer. And that's what I've done. This is a really long ice tunnel. Really long. Which villager is canonically Randall? Should we pick one right now? Should we pick the Randall? Because I don't know which one was Randall. Actually, I do know. I do know which one's Randall. I'll show you which one's Randall. He's the first villager I placed. I'll show you Randall real quick, and then we'll continue on. Get the speed a bit. By the way, thanks for coming. Are the other boats next to the watchtower meant to symbolize the villagers of Strawberry or other players who came like Randall? Yes, all the above. All the above. This one, I believe, is Randall here. I think this, let me see. Yeah, I believe this one's Randall. Let me bring him to life. Yep, I believe this one's Randall. I think. Is that the first one I placed? Yep. That's Randall. This one's Randall. Right there. So I just got a plain villager for him. You know, he's got a violent temper. Okay, let's head over to the Tempest, shall we? So again, this is a really long ice cave. It does have a trigger point, teleport point. A lot of hype about Randall. Well, I mean, we're going to have to meet Randall in the next video, won't we? So this is a long time. I made it long on purpose. Oops. And let me shut my speed down. Okay. So yeah, a lot of people asked, why didn't he just take a boat and like row faster on the packed ice? Because I didn't know you could do that. Okay, that's the teleport. That's the teleport. So the teleport hits here. It teleports me to this place I found on this website called, I think, let me clear. So I was able to use a website to find this island specifically, and then was able to teleport to it. And I think, where is it? Yeah, this is, look at the freaking, look at the freaking XY coordinates. Like, was that 31,000 blocks away? 40,000 blocks away? It's crazy. So yeah. So anyways, there is a command block around here. So basically it's just floating in the sky, right? And then if he comes here, it's so funny. My partner, when she watched it, she like, when Jerry jumps, she was like, oh, that made my stomach go to my pit, or my stomach go to my throat. So yeah, he just falls, and when he falls, check it out. Another command makes it disappear. So once I hit that section of air, that will disappear, right? Here's the boat. I had to summon this boat in. This island was here. All of this was here, but this boat was not here. So I had to summon in a full ship, and I had to do it a couple times to like get it broken because, you know, the shipwreck and the Tempest, right? And then here's the reset. So like if I want to reset that in the sky, I hit that, that's reset in the sky. This one right here will take me back to the ice cavern if I need to do another take. And this is, yeah, this is the command block one. Anyway, so this is the Tempest level. Near the end of Jerry's POV, did he really build those floating islands, then forget about it? I was kind of confused about that. We will talk about that. Is Maggie a girl? Maggie identifies as she, her, yes. And we're going to talk about all that right now. Okay, anyway, so this is where I end section 1. As you can see, there's a lot of firefly bushes still, so nothing was destroyed here. Although here are the command blocks. Here's a bunch of pseudos. Here is the stuff. This was already commanded and written. I have made a bunch of these, so just in case I lost one, I had a bunch of pseudos and a bunch of stuff. This pseudo trident is a command. I had to create a specific ID for pseudo so that I could replace pseudo. I could replace wildflowers with air, right? And yeah. Again, Gemini came in clutch, told me exactly what I needed to do and how and why, and it worked, right? So I didn't just like come up with all this. Like Gemini is teaching me all this stuff. Yo, Real Fallen Gang, thank you very much. Getting to the BTS is like an early birthday present. Well, happy birthday. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. The cipher made no sense. It's supposed to be hard. Oh, wait, NVM about the bot. He thought he built it, not boat. Anyway, so yeah, basically replace Minecraft glass. And then again, however, it makes the sound. This then makes the sound. This then, so anytime all sudo, if I have sudo out, this is gonna happen because of these command blocks, right? All these command blocks because of sudo's ID, right? The Trident custom data sudo is that's the name, and then anytime sudo does this, those things trigger, right? So yeah. Good, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. So yeah, all these command blocks are, this one I think is this one? Yeah, this one's for, this one's for the Trident. So if I have sudo, yeah. Yep, replace col or. So again, sudo will change like only the stuff. So the stuff will change that. That was real time. But sudo will change everything else. So, right, sudo will change that. Oh no, that's already changed. So like, let's do this here. Wait, okay, let's get like, for example, let's get a coal ore. Let's go copper. So we'll get a copper ore, and we'll just place that down there, right? So then sudo will automatically change it. Let's see. Will there ever be a part 2 for this ARG? Yes, I'm currently working on Maggie's POV. Will Jerry ever return? Will Jerry ever turn left? Will Jerry ever turn left? You know the answer. You know. Yo, fellas, yo, becoming a member. What's up, homie? Welcome to the noobs. Yo, thanks. Thanks for becoming a member. Yeah. So again, cool if I can just bop, 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 and then free diamonds. Just because the command blocks say change the ore. Yeah, so that's the end of part 1, segment 1. The house is over here. This I built. I built this house. Well, this I did build. I can show you some more stuff here, I guess. So yeah, all the command blocks for the house are under here. So for example, excuse me, anytime I go on the carpet, that occurs no matter what. If I have sudo out, it'll trigger, right? And this stops the rain. So let's go. Oh, actually, I'll just do it here. Watch. Ready? This is live for you. Again, command blocks are doing this, guys. Boom. Sudo triggers that, and it's this specific point, right? But then I can just go here, and it stops. Command blocks. I built this house. I'm so proud. This is like my first build, guys. I did watch a tutorial, but this is my first build. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, let's look at that. Cool. That's so cool. Oops. Let's get rid of this. 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 And then let's. Oops. Okay, so sudo again. There's a command block for sudo. How do you feel about potentially being part of Ludwig's React video? I'm hoping, dude. I went into a stream the other day and I did like a $50 comment, TTS comment, so that, or not a TTS. I did, but they didn't read it. I did a $50 comment that was pinned, and he read it, but he just looked. He goes, "Look, did you just copy Wi-Fi's?" So I'm hoping Ludwig reacts to it. I'm hoping he does because he'll love it. Is that why you said 9 blocks? Yep, exactly. 9 blocks up. 9 blocks over, 5 blocks up, because it's that specific spot that sudo triggers the lightning. Yeah. It's crazy thinking about how much command blocks you had to learn for the effect. Yeah, and I'm still kindergarten level, right? Like I like Gemini would be like, this is what a command block does. This is what these things mean. This is how you have to do it. There were some I was able to just figure out and type out myself. Others I was just copy and paste because like it was so overwhelming. I felt like I was just getting shot with a fire hose. to make this because I'm still very new to Minecraft, right? I'm still very new to it. However, I know how to do command blocks better than I know how to craft stuff. This is a fun one though. Boom. And I can have free netherite armor whenever I want, right? So that's cool. And that's in survival. I can make this in survival. So yeah, that's that, right? Cool. That $50 not worth it. Listen, man, promotions. I had to take a risk. I had to try, you know, and I tried. He did read it. He read it out loud. Okay. So this is the end of stage 1. The rest of the stages are very short. This is the big one, right? So again, this is where the tree is supposed to be. Actually, let's go. Boom. That's where the tree is, right? So let's go save and quit. End stage 1, right? So basically, I had to reshoot that. So I had to copy and paste this whole part of the world. I had to copy and paste it into another world, right? As you can see, this was the actual filmed one. As you can see, everything is just obliterated, right? Like Bland Jerry just had a heyday. Everything's gone because Bland Jerry just destroyed it. The next few parts are gonna give you so much pressure. Please don't feel like you have to do this by yourself. You have oh no, I don't feel pressured. I feel alive. I feel like this kind of stuff makes me feel, it frees me from my stupid day job, right? I feel peace when I do this. I am definitely gonna I'm hoping to use people from my Discord to like help me with this because I can already envision some parts needing help. Like I will need someone to play Randall unless I do it by myself with motion capture. However, I would like to just get a server and then do it on a server, right? So, you know, it's stuff like that. I'm going to use help. Trust me. If there's anyone in the Discord who want to help me with builds, who want to help me with design and stuff, please reach out to me and we can do this together because I will need help for sure. This took me 2 months to do by myself. I don't want to take 2 months next time. Anyway, so yeah, this is where the tree is supposed to be. Let me get rid of pseudo because yeah, this is where the tree is going to be, all this. So let's go to save and quit. That's stage 2 is the part, it's very small. Again, if you notice, I start right by this tree. Initially, I was going to try and do this all in one take, right? And so what I had to do, okay, let me tell you, this is the crazy part. We're going to get in some real crazy stuff now, okay? These are builds that I did not do. I found these on Bit by Bit, I think it's called. And these are just amazing builds. I linked the creator in the description of the video. Freaking amazing builds, like so freaking cool, fully usable. I didn't get to see, I mean, I couldn't show half of this stuff in the video, but they're like so freaking cool. I saw these and I knew I was like, okay, I need floating islands. I need airships. I need big, because the Prospero line is about the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, right? So I needed stuff that was floating above cloud limit, right? So I had to find all these builds and I found this and I was like, I downloaded the schematics. I, through Axiom, just loaded them in. Now, because I wanted to do this all in one take, what I had to do was give myself structure blocks, right? Different than command blocks. They're structure blocks. And then I had to play, structure blocks only allow for a 40 by 40 space, right? 45 by 40 by 40. So I had to like save each part of this in a structure block, right? Each one. That's including all of part 3, all of the builds, plus the initial island. It was a massive undertaking. I had to save every single structure block coordinate. It took me like 2 days to do. And then I found out that you cannot summon saved structures with command blocks. Because the goal was to trigger. I was going to run here, right? I was going to run here, trigger the command block to summon in the structure block that then loaded all this in for one single take. It didn't work. So, and then I said, okay, well, since that doesn't work, I have to do it in multiple takes. So I ran here and then I would stop here. I would get the chords, the exact chords to the decimal point. And then, in the next phase of the, because I saved it in multiple worlds, I would come to those exact decimal points, right? And then start the recording again, and then hopefully make it look like it was one take. However, for any future filmmakers out there, you'll learn that you can get away with a lot more than you think with just editing, clever editing, right? Yeah. I just realized you don't have the Forever World in your single player. No, I didn't want distraction for the video. Those are saved on my hard drive. I think Jerry ACC is diff to his main. Oh, Jerry's account is diff to my main account. Yeah, for sure. It was a massive learning experience. Anyways, so like, yeah. So basically, I was gonna like stop here, and then start the next world and just do it all in one take. However, I knew that I realized I could get away with it with editing, and so what I did was I found this cool editing thing where I could just like cut black splits. Like if you notice when you watch the video, there's just fragments in this section of the video, black little frames. And that's because he's beginning to lose his mentality. Like Jerry's beginning to lose his mind. So he begins to black out, if you will. So I realized, oh, I could just do that. So I just blacked out and then brought it back to life in each section, right? There's the cave that he was in. Save and quit. Stage 3. Again, oh, this is stage 3. So this is, again, all of it, right? This is everything. So yeah, this is the cloud cap towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself. I've been so excited to show you all this because like you didn't get to see half of it, right? For lore purposes, right? Notice that Jerry used gold blocks initially, and then when he got so much power in editing, or not editing, power and ego, he changed him to this like evil looking block, right? So I built all this. All of this I did. I didn't do any of the houses or any of this. This was this is the same build. This is just one giant map, and I just took pieces from the map and put them in. Like you can see here. Watch, I'll show you. Like I had to just summon this stuff in, right? Like I summoned it in and then just like hit it, right? See, it's just like floating. It's just floating, right? So yeah, this is part of World 3. I love all the leaf litter. It's so gorgeous and so haunting. Like I painted all this. I designed this. You know, he quits the gold and becomes super evil. These right here in the Tempest, Prospero. There's a character that wants to marry his daughter. And so in order to prove his worth, Prospero makes him collect firewood. That's what this is. This is the firewood that the character collects in order to marry Prospero's daughter. So that's some Shakespeare lore. Again, here's all this. Here's the clock, right? Which has been solved. It's in the Discord. It's been solved. These apples are cool. I can just, or how do you collect? I forgot how to do it. There you go. Watch this. And then, boom. Oh, wait. Oh, and then you can leave, and then it should trigger again, right? This one, it should trigger. Yep, there it is. How do you collect them all? Oh, there we go. So yeah, and that's because down here is a chest, and I think there's a command that makes this chest refill this all the time. Definitely hire some builders to make maps for you. Yeah, the second I have money to hire builders, I freaking will. 100%. All right, so this is, section 3. I've wanted to show this one too because it's so cool and so pretty, and I built all this, and I built this dock for Jerry, and it's so pretty, and these like little, like, it's what's so funny is this is a courtyard for people to like stay with Jerry, but Jerry's the only one on the island. Why would Jerry make a courtyard full of benches and for people, and it's so cozy, and it's a home, and it's for people, but when no one, and he freaks out when someone else is on the island with him, right? So like those are the things in the story that are important. Jerry makes this whole world for people, but no one is in this world with him until he freaks the F out and sees this. So again, yeah, let's look at these builder here. These roads, I built this road, simple, whatever. How many slots are in my inventory? 9, but 10 with Axiom. So yeah, again, this is a build from that. It's just all the interior. So this is the chapel. This is like crazy. This build's crazy. Like this is crazy. You obviously don't explore it at all, but it's like I didn't build any of this. This is the build. Crazy. Anyways, I built this tree. I had to look up a tutorial on how to build trees, but here's the tree, and I'm so proud of this. Time, set, day. I'm so proud of this tree. Look how freaking good this is, right? I had this idea of having it wrap its trunks, like gripping itself on this place, and it's like holding itself to this precariously on this edge. Oh, this is a barrier block, so you can't, like, Jerry's head. No one can take Jerry's head out. But look how good this looks. All the roots, right? Like, yeah, bit by bit. So yeah, this is like so freaking sick. I built this whole thing. It's so pretty. The leaves I think this is like, I used it like it's just so gorgeous looking. I built that. I freaking did that. And this is custom. I followed a tutorial, but not for this exact thing, because every tree's custom. I just followed a tree. This is how you build general trees. So I loved that. This command block. So watch this. So watch it. Trigger. Again, another trigger point right there. And the command blocks for this, I think, are right in here. Yeah, they're right around here. They're in here. So these are the command blocks that trigger Jerry's. Oh, there's Jerry's head. Look. Right. Oh yeah, I left Jerry's head in here. I had an extra one, so I left one of Jerry's heads there. Yeah, no wonder Jerry was fixing it. So yeah, there's his head. And yeah, his head is usually in here, but I was able to I make it disappear. And then, so again, with editing, I had, like, you'll see it go, he turns and it cuts black, right? And then all this disappears. Thank you for the, yeah, I love that tree. I'm so proud of it. Then we go here, right? I think we might be in, yeah, we're in the Shakespeare's home. So let me actually teleport. Okay, I guess we don't, this is really dark. So let me turn on night vision. Yeah, okay, cool. So, this is part 4. Part 4, again, he's on the tree. I want to get there. I got to teleport there first. Where did I go? I'm lost. There it is. Okay, cool. That's not triggered. Okay, cool. So this is for this light. Okay, yeah. This is, I've turned around. Okay, let me break that. What was it you said about Ariel? Yeah. Ariel is a magic shape-shifting spirit. And it's trapped in a tree because its former owner trapped it in a tree, and then Prospero gets stranded on the island and then finds Ariel, frees Ariel, but doesn't really, makes Ariel the slave. And so then Ariel has to be his slave, Prospero's slave. And then, yeah. So Ariel does most of the magic. Again, I had to find this place. Actually, Spawn, I believe Spawn is like somewhere over here. Yeah, so this is pretty close to Spawn. Spawn's like somewhere right over there. And I found a place for like a snowy taiga, and then I said, hey, this is where I'll teleport to. So Bland Jerry falls into the pit. The pit teleports him instantly here, and then he falls into the water. And I was like just moving it like this in the video, so like it will look cool. He falls here, just lands in this water, and then he turns and sees, this is when This Is the Madness starts playing. And then the same thing with the original Bland Jerry and the whatever it's called. You're very good at storytelling. It's really become apparent with the music. Like, it encompasses the whole feel of that video, and the ending was so perfect. Thank you. So again, I appreciate it. I'm going to talk about the music in a bit. This is the trigger point. So this starts all this. So there's all the mocap recordings. This is all, I played Mags with Bags. I played all these characters. I'm not going to get too close. I don't want to spoil anything. But basically, I played all these characters. I had to record all these characters in separate places. I had to sneak to their starting position so that they could then start moving at the specific time Jerry starts moving. There's no recorded Jerry. I'm the Jerry. But then they all start moving when Jerry gets there, and they're all fall in line. right? They all fall in line. This was all done with mocap. This took me like 3 hours to record every single one of these. This is why I would like to have a server for the next video and have people from my Discord play these parts or play various parts, because this took me so long to record every single individual one of these. All of these. I had to record all of these, right? So yeah, this took forever. And Emojin, I recorded Emojin too. So then they all come to this spot here. So yeah, as a Shakespeare lover, this is one of the most beautiful Minecraft videos I've ever watched, and this will be sitting with me for... Thank you so much, K-Ray. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So yeah, they all go. This is it. I built this in creative mode, in a different world, and then I brought it. Oh shoot, they're already here. Oops, there's gonna be a bunch of them now. That's funny. But I built this whole thing with Axiom and by hand, and looking at a picture of the Globe Theater online. I had to look at a picture. Oh no, they're gonna like collide with each other. Let me reset it. Let me reset it. Hold on. Okay, good. That should reset it. Oh no, it doesn't. They're all gonna meet each other. Look at. Oh no. That's funny. I didn't realize that. Oh, there's Imogen. What up, girl? What up, girl? You evil person. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I built this whole thing by hand and Axiom. So I did use Axiom. This was not block by block in vanilla. Like I built the side wall and then I was able to like copy and like paste. But it's a donut. The globe is a donut, infamously a donut. So I had to like figure out how to build a circle. So but everything I built all this. I built all this with Axiom. The stairs that go up to each floor. And this is how it looks in the actual globe. This is like so resemblant of the actual Globe Theater, right? This is where the groundlings stand, all here. The groundlings. So if you go to see a Shakespeare play at the Globe in London, you'll be a groundling. You'll just stand here. Yeah. So it's not to scale, but I built this and I'm so proud of it because this is my first major mega build, and I did it for a massive video. Is Mags with bags Maggie? Yes. So yeah, this looks like the Globe. I had to use a cool little tricks with like the chains, but yeah, this is the Globe Theater and I built it and I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of it because it looks just like the freaking Globe Theater. It's got the Globe Theater has an angel, a heaven door, and then the hell door. The hell door literally goes into the void. So like right there, that's just the void. Why can't I stop it? Let's see, mocap scenes. Playback, stop all, including others. Okay, good. There we go. So yeah, okay. So, no, they're not. Well, they're not. Look at a picture of the globe. I had to like fudge some things. They do look like faces. They do look like frowny faces, which is really good. But the globe has like the way it's built. It has like just look at a picture of it. You'll see. You'll see. I like how the ending briefly stopped pretending to be an ARG analysis for the purpose of yes. I really I was worried about that. I was worried about that because I was like, ARGs usually don't have like the flashback footage. But whatever, it's gonna make it look good. Yeah, you saw Mags with bags is Maggie. Yeah, Mags with bags is Maggie, and that's all I'll say. I was hoping that yeah, it is. Oh, I forgot about that. So yeah, this is like I'm so proud of this. This is the attic right here for the globe, and then this is backstage. So like this is where Maggie hides, or sorry, Imogen. Imogen was hiding. Like I triggered Imogen here. This is just some extra building stuff, and then I crouched, and then I walked up, and this is when you see Imogen come out, and then break the ghost light. Bink, and then stand here and freeze. And then you see the epic shot of all 11 characters just standing there in horror. So yeah, this is backstage of the globe. And then if you go through the doors here, you're just back in here. And this is where you go to reset the globe's lighting. And then the globe's lighting is set to these trigger block or command blocks here. So they turn on the lighting one at a time. I'll show you that. It's pretty cool because you didn't see it in the video. So stand on this coordinate and then watch. This is what happens. This is so cool. Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. So that's what happens. You don't see it, but that's what happens in the video. All the lights turn on one by one, lighting up each person. A video based on Othello and the betrayal in Othello would be really cool. Spoiler. I am researching Othello currently to see if I want to put it into the next video. We'll find out. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm researching a lot of Shakespeare's plays right now to see which ones I want to put into the next video. So you're doing ARGs, but making it in yourself, which is more Shakespearean. Are you only going to be doing Shakespearean ARG types videos? No. I have so many plans. I have so many ideas for ARGs. Someone asked me to do a Skinwalker one. I hope that I don't know if my ARGs, if every ARG is going to be to this level. Knowing me, they will be, because that's just who I am. I just go ham on. I go crazy. I go big. I'm like, oh, it'll be a small video, and then it's not. Stand in the Jerry spot. This is Jerry spot, right? That's Jerry spot. Yeah. And then this is Mags with bags. And so, I mean, yeah, if you're a keen observer, you'll realize that Mags with bags is standing top center and Jerry standing this center. So, and then at the pullout, at the shot, you know, Jerry's blocked by this post and Emojin, but you can see Mags with bags. So, yeah. Could you give us a hint or riddle or poem about part 2, pretty please? No. Indeed, you go. Yeah. So, yes. So that's it. I mean, this is the whole build. This is the whole video behind the scenes. I'm just so proud of this. This looks just like the freaking Globe Theater. It's so cool. I can't wait to go to London and watch a play at the Globe. Yeah, this was so hard. It took me 3 days, but it worked out really, really beautifully, I think. Yeah, so this is it. This is cool, huh? Let me get out and go to a different place now. Let's go save and quit. We will go to stage 1, back to stage 1. Oh no. Oh yeah, we're back in stage 1. Okay, so let me teleport back to spawn, I guess. Oh, let's hang out here. Actually, we'll go save and quit. Single player. Stage 3. Yeah, we'll go stage 3. Stage 3 is cool because you guys don't really get to see this in the video. Anyway, I'm currently working on part 2 as we speak, so hopefully not 2 months from now. Hopefully only a month, but we'll see. You know, these videos are massive. Obviously massive scale. Yeah, cool. So let's just yeah, that was it. Thank you guys. I did want to have a conversation. I don't know how many people are in chat. I don't know how many people are watching right now. I can't see. But let's talk about the big bad boogeyman of this, because I have gotten a very, very small handful of comments referring to the AI that was used to build this, and my personal and complicated feelings on AI and generative AI and what it is and what it does and how it can be applied in inappropriate ways and how it can be abused. And I think, number one, I have never been anti-AI, generative AI. I've never been, right? It's complicated. I'm 39 years old. I've been making art for 35 years. I was doing Photoshop freaking in 2003 before many of you were even close to being born. And I would, I'm my freaking high school computer learning Photoshop 7 and Photoshop CS and running on 256 megabytes of RAM, right? So like, I've been doing it for a bit, right? And then generative AI comes out and it's like, oh my gosh, it can build images better than me, faster than me. And I had to sit there with myself and say, okay, as an artist, how do I feel about this? And I said, well, I know who I am. I know that I'm an artist who cares about the process of the art. So But I want to make a lot of art. And if generative AI could help me make art quicker, but not actually make my art. Like this whole video took me 2 months to make, yet I utilized elements of AI, right? I don't think we're afraid of AI. I think we are afraid of people abusing it, right? There's guys who know nothing about AI and they're building 7 different faceless YouTube channels that are pumping out crap for kids who don't know any different and making millions of dollars off of it. That's the shit we hate. That's the shit that makes me mad, right? I hate that because half the AI abusers, like I follow an AI channel and the channel's all about the darkest mangas in history or the darkest movies or the darkest books. And you can tell it has ChatGPT summarize 7 dark mangas or whatever. And then he puts that script into 11 Labs and then it pumps out a vocal and then he edits the images and it's faceless, right? It takes, like, to me, it's hard because like I'm watching this video and this guy's getting tons of money for it, but like it's all AI. Right? How much work went into that? It's complicated because I'm like, dang, man, I love this video, but you didn't do it, right? Right? That's hard. That's super hard for me. However, like one of the most controversial uses of AI is music, right? Because so I grew up playing in bands. I played bass guitar. I've always written lyrics. I can arrange music, but I haven't played bass guitar since 2011, right? Some of you were born in 2011. I haven't played bass guitar since then. I've never been a composer of music, right? I don't know how to make music. And then I also the last time I sang publicly was 2015 in my college musical. I haven't sang publicly since 2015. So like I wasn't gonna just like up and sing this song, right? Like I don't do all that crap. Yeah, I did use Gemini. Gemini helped me with the commands. But here's the thing, like I was reading the commands and saying, okay, what does this mean? How does this work? Why does this work? What do these brackets mean? Right? And then it would teach me. And then and again, I'm so kindergarten with command blocks and commands that like I had to say, hey, ChatGPT, pump this command out. And then it would be wrong half the time. Like it took forever to find the right commands, right? But then I was able to start doing it because I was so repetitious. I was able to start doing it myself. I was like, okay, command this thing, right? I was able to start doing it myself. But I had to learn, right? And I would have spent a year building this video if I didn't. Who's going to teach me command blocks? You know, I didn't know how to do that. So for example, let's talk about like generative AI when it comes to like thumbnails, right? That a lot of YouTubers are using, or photographs or music, which I think those are the most controversial. That's where I have the most questions within my own heart, right? Because, you know, yeah, this is the madness is AI. I wrote the lyrics, but I had to craft a prompt that was like, all right, I need it to sound like this band, the Pixies. I need it to sound like this, but I can't use their name. I need it to feel like this. I needed to have this feeling, and it would pump out a song. And then I had to what I did was I'd go into their editing program, Suno, AI's editing program, and then I'd chop it up and then add more prompts to build on that section. And so it's there's a learning curve to it. It's not like I just pumped in or did a prompt that was give me a song that sounds like this, and then it does. It can, but this is such a specific piece of work. I needed specific sounds for this video, right? I needed specificity. I have a subscription to Epidemic Sounds, right? And it takes time, many of you know, to go through hundreds of thousands of songs on that site. And even they're using AI, but listening to the first 4 seconds of a song, say, okay, what does that feel like? Does that feel right? Does that feel right? Does that feel right? So, right, time is a thing. And I know that's an excuse everyone hates, right? Time is a thing. I work at a grocery store. I don't want to work at a grocery store anymore, right? I don't want to. I did not before this video have any street cred to like reach out to a small creator and say, hey, will you make my music for my video? I know you're busy doing your YouTube channel. Will you help me with mine? Possibly. I didn't take that route. I searched through Epidemic Sounds and I tried to find lots of songs and I found some good ones and not so good ones. And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna use AI. I'm gonna use Suno so I can craft specific sounds for this video that I need, right? And you know, it's funny because this is when I like was really conflicted. This music that was created by a computer moved me. It moved me emotionally, right? And I'm like, this was not made by a human. And then I realized humans are arrogant. Why? I asked myself, I'm speaking only for myself now. I said, why should only art created by humans move me? Right? And I said, because this song created by a computer has moved me. It's given me chills, right? It wasn't created by a human though. What does that mean to me? And I made a decision for myself. I said, you know what? If art is painted by an elephant, if art is created by a computer, if art is created by a human and it moves me, then I'm gonna like it. If AI can make a video this good faster, yeah, do it. I will watch it. And if it moves me like this, awesome. Because I'm not afraid to compete with AI. I'm not afraid of that competing with it. And I'm not afraid of competing with losers who are using generative AI to build fuck nothing channels that are just bullshit and kids are watching hundreds of hours of AI slop, right? Like I hate that. I hate that. And I think that's what we're afraid of. That's what we're angry by, right? We have to recognize what we are truly scared of. It's not AI. AI is electricity. It's freaking electricity, right? But we have to be angry at those who are abusing AI. I needed to craft a score for this video that equaled the magnificence of these builds, this story, Bland Jerry's story, which I wrote, right? And, you know, I don't have any money to pay a composer. Trust me, the second I do, the second I go really big and I have money to pay a composer, I will. It won't be because I want a human making work versus a computer, because humans and computers are making pretty good work, right? But I know how it feels to be stuck in a dead job. I want to save a human. I want to, hey, I have money. I want to hire you as my composer so you don't have to work at your shitty job anymore. Let's work together. Let's create together. Trust me, when I can, I will. I will. I cannot wait for that moment when I can just like incorporate a composition made by a human and maybe a composition made by a computer, right? I can't wait for that day. I want to learn how not to, I don't want to be afraid of AI. I'm not. I am against those who are severely abusing it. And let's be real. Let's be real. Those who are abusing it aren't making shit like this. They're not making videos like this. They're not. They're not. They're making AI slop that 4 to 10-year-olds just stream over and over and over on their iPads. And that's what they're doing, right? They're making bullshit AI slop. They're not doing this, right? I'm not scared of the competition. If AI takes over the world, then so let it. Let it be, bro. We'll go back to the forest and we'll have tribes of 200 and we'll do theater by candlelight again. You know what I'm saying? If AI takes over this world, then let's all go into the woods and do theater by candlelight. And we'll do Shakespeare the way it was intended. You know what I'm saying? I don't think AI is going to take over the world. I am not afraid of it. I'm not offended by it. If people use AI to build on their art, to assist their art, do it. I think this is like it's like, for example, when David Fincher, who's one of my favorite directors of all time, he was the first director to really make the switch from film to digital. And everyone was up in arms. Why are you using a digital camera? You're not using film. You're using a digital camera. And he's like, yeah, I'm using digital camera now. And he did. And now everyone uses digital cameras. right? Again, it's not AI. It still takes human understanding to work a digital camera. However, I think if AI is not abused, right? The score to this video, the whole score is AI. I used Suno. I crafted like freaking like the song, like when the Macbeth parkour map, right when he enters the puzzle, like he did it, and he goes to the parkour map, like he breaks the barrier blocks. I had to like tear that song apart in Suno's editing suite and then like use prompts to build that next section and then tear the next section up and then use prompts to build the next section so it could sound like that, right? Because AI will spit out a song, but you gotta edit it, you know? But I knew I needed a sound, and I can't wait till I can afford to hire someone and save them from their shitty day job and say, yo, let's freaking make a beautiful piece of art, right? And if we want to use AI for inspiration, let's do it. So yeah, that is ApUltra's official stance on AI. I do not like the abuse of it, but I am not anti. And if I lose subscribers for this, so be it. So be it. I want to see you make this. If you unsubscribe to me because of my feelings towards AI, let's see you make this. Right? Anyway, I just had to communicate that because I wanted it clear. Yeah, I'm not making any money off the music, right? I'm gonna make a huge play. That's why all the music's for free. That's why This Is the Madness is free. I'm gonna upload all the I'm gonna make a playlist of all the music for free. I'm not gonna make money off of it because I didn't like handcraft it, right? AI did. I had to edit it and work it and use prompts and fine tune it. But like, I would feel bad making money off of it. I would. So I'm not going to make money off the music. I'm going to give it for free because it's beautiful. It's beautiful music. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it. That's my thoughts on AI. I'll probably use it more I will in the future. I will, because it's helpful, right? Let me tell you some one last thought on AI and we'll stop. I've been doing Photoshop for so long. And then my buddy, Steven's in here. He's been doing Photoshop for so long. When Photoshop announced generative AI, that was a godsend to people like us who have been doing, like, I can't tell you how many actors' headshots I have edited in Photoshop where it's like a female's hair and I have to remove it from the background with the color channels, right? Like, it's so hard. And to now just click one button, remove background, replace background. Like, it's awesome. As a person who's been doing Photoshop for so long, it is so awesome, right? So yeah, that's it. That's my feelings, my takes on AIs. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not threatened by it. I do not approve people who abuse it and just make AI bullshit slop, for nothing, right? AI is getting very, very good. It's getting very good, like disgustingly good. But I think if we can learn to use it appropriately to help motivate your stories. Now that I have some street cred, I might be able to find a smaller channel that says, hey, you want to help me on my next vid? You want to compose a couple songs? Here's the direction I need, right? I have enough street cred now with this video going viral that I might be able to do that. Anyways, thank you. That's it. Done. I got to catch up all these comments. Let me see. Hold on. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, with the command blocks. Yeah, so AI was used for the command blocks, but I did build all of it. Like I did build all of it. Yeah, with the command blocks and everything. We're almost at we hit 11,001. Are we almost at 11,001? Oh my gosh, if we hit 11,001, I'll cry right now with you guys on stream. Oh my gosh, I'll cry. We're so close. 10,851. Oh my gosh, we're so close to 11,001 subs. Let's see. Yeah, at least understanding this. Yeah, AI music is really hard to make, even generating the sounds. I know from experience it takes a lot of prompting and editing. Yeah, my main grievance with AI music, this is from Anstar, is content. Yes, that's what I'm saying. When people use AI, people have been asking me to upload the songs on Spotify. I will not do it. I won't do it. I'm not going to do that. No, it's going to be on YouTube because I'm a YouTube baby and it's going to be for free. I hate that when people are like, oh, let's make 100 songs through Suno, upload that bullshit on Spotify, and then fucking make tons of money for it. That's fucked up. I hate that. I hate that. I'm not doing that. No, I hate that. Yeah, and the songs were curated. Like, I remember when I wrote the song, when I crafted the song for Maggie during the book. This is literally what I said. The prompt was, a young man enters a lone house in the middle of nowhere. He sees a book, right? And inside the book is the tellings of a young woman's dealings with escaping a death cult, right? It's moody and haunting and angelic. No words, instrumental, a vocal, right? Vocal, haunting vocals, right? And I painted that picture for AI for Suno, and it punched out a few different versions. And I found one. I was like, this is the one, right? So again, it's not just like, give me a spooky song. Craft it. Use your words. Words matter. Use your words. Really craft a beautiful story for Suno, and then see what it props out, right? And that's what I did for that moment. Like, that song is crafted because I gave it such a poetic sound. I don't know how it does it. But it did it, you know? Let's see. The song was so good. Sup, brah? Sup? Ages, good lore. You have a way with words. Thank you. Words are my life. I understand my digital teacher told us to use AI software to show us different perspectives. This is another thing with AI. I had to, like, I hope that students who are in arts and are learning Photoshop in school, I hope they're learning how to use the color channels to remove someone's hair from a background. I hope they're learning the basics, because I am a believer in walking before you can run, right? Like, if they're just teaching Photoshop in school and then, like, kids are just using generative AI, then no, that's pointless, right? Learn how to use Photoshop and then use AI. So for example, for like my thumbnails, I'll generate assets with AI, and then I'll build the thumbnail in Photoshop, right? I'll generate assets because it's so much faster than like Googling pillagers, right? Or Googling the Globe Theater Minecraft. Like, I'll say, hey, AI, give me an image of the Globe Theater, but in Minecraft. And then I'll take that asset and then I'll build it on another asset inside, and then I'll relight it all inside Photoshop, right? So I'm still using Photoshop, right? I want people to learn the craft, and then incorporate AI, right? The environment is another thing. I've been thinking about that. See, your little brother watches so many AI videos, right? Environment, I'm doing research on that right now. I'm not perfect on it. I'm not fluent in the research, but I am doing my research now on the environmental causes, because I'm very pro-environment. And I understand at this point, so like what I've seen so far is that like one question is about the same amount of wattage as like 9 seconds of TV, right? So if you ask a question to ChatGPT, it's like about the same power wattage as 9 seconds of watching a TV show, right? And if everyone's doing it at the same time, it's gonna go crazy, right? However, here's the issue. It's not that everyone's doing it at the same time. It's that AI is happening fast. It's an AI boom, right? Everyone's very excited to hate it or love it right now. So there's a lot of it. Like, we can't keep up with how popular it is, for better or worse, right? It's very popular. So people are asking ChatGPT questions every 5 seconds, whatever. And it's because it's exciting. It's new. It's novel, right? That's the issue. So that is what can affect the environment, is how crazy it is. But like, I'm hoping it's going to like find its, peak where it just kind of gets steady, right? The story for Bland Jerry is not so bland. That's true. Spitting facts, sounds like a plan. You're not abusing AI, just using it as a tool, correct, yes. Oh, I need an ARG Lord of the... an ARG for Lord of the Flies? Okay. Andrew, when is Nelson going to be the guest speaker? Yo, what up, homie? The Firefly bushes, foreshadowing. Parkour map successful. When AP, I'm not going anywhere. AP. Who's Nelson? Big dog. Free Nelson. He's a bird. He's our bird. Okay, now that that's done, before we sign off, I just want any other questions, any lore questions, any story questions, any questions about the video that confused you that I may or may not answer. Any things that you missed, any things that you saw that were like, what did that mean? What did that mean? How did you do that? Any other questions? If you have any other questions, now's the time, because I will answer them. If not, I ain't gonna answer them. This is the time to ask, like, lore, stuff like that. I will definitely consider doing a Lord of the Flies ARG. Okay, what's your question? Quite crazy water. You always have questions. The lectern on the tree. When will you free Nelson? AP, how should we message if you want helpers? Okay, the best place to do it probably is in the Discord. I'm trying my best not to add friends on the Discord because I'm trying to keep it professional. But I am very active in the Discord and I am chatting on it often. So if you want to help for the next video, I'll put it in the announcements channel. I'm looking for help. Anyone who wants to help, email me here or whatever, right? So I'll probably announce it in the Discord when I need help and what kind of help I'm looking for. So so go to the Discord, become a member of the Discord, and then that's where I'll leave it in the announcements channel for sure. Can you explain the meaning behind the lectern tree? Yeah. Okay, there's this one. This one doesn't have it. Oh, this is not the one. Okay. So yeah, yeah. So this one is not the one that's going to explode, is it? No, this one's not. This is just the prop. Okay. Let me get the chords for this. Give me 1 second. Target block. Copy. Oh crap. Let me paste it here. Give me a second. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm just gonna get these chords so I can come back to this part of the world. Okay, give me 1 sec. Save and quit. Let's go single player. Message 4. And then TP ApUltra. Chord is okay. And then time set 12750. Okay. So yeah, here's what I wanted to show you. So right, everything's back to normal here in the end of 4. Langeri's head is gone. The lectern, everything is, here's this right here. Fireflies to light the way. This is actually, let me just do it real quick. It's pretty cool. Oops. Actually, no. We'll go this way. So we go here. Oh crap, you can see all the dirt there. So I had to do this every time I wanted another take. So yeah, again, this is right here, this is the command block for it. It's always running. And it's when you get to page 8. When you get to page 8, it's when it does it, right? So done, and then there he goes. And then that's when you'd fall in, and it teleports you to that big thing. Yeah. Now, do you want to know the meaning behind the lectern? Yes, this is really cool. So again, in the very beginning, if you remember, the chest is found under the tree, right? This is gonna make you guys so emotional. This is so cool. There's a chest under a tree, right? Symbolizing Aaron the Moor leaving treasure buried under the tree to frame Titus's sons for murder, right? In the middle of the play, in the ice cavern, there's bookshelves with no books. No books. At the very, very, very end, there is the true treasure hidden under a tree. Shakespeare's words, the book, the lectern. So it's like almost like a chiasma. It's beginning, middle, end. The beginning, the treasure was about gold. In the middle, there was foreshadowing. There was no books anywhere in the ice cavern. At the very end, the treasure hidden under the tree is a book with Shakespeare's words. That's the treasure. So words, treasure, books, literature. That's the treasure. Yeah, cool, huh? Cool. I'm like a genius or something. I don't know. I'm like really a genius. I think Parrot should like invite me to Unstable or something. I'm just saying I'm really smart when it comes to this kind of stuff. You want to know why everyone was in like a trance at the end of the video? Well, then you got to watch the next videos to find out. Oh, a Google Docs sign up. That would be cool. Yeah. I couldn't understand why Jerry was stuck in a tree. Let me see if I can explain that one without giving things away. Why do you think Jerry? Well, okay. So listen to the words, right? In the video, I tell you guys that Ariel is stuck in a tree and Prospero frees Ariel, right? Why is Jerry stuck in a tree? Why was Ariel stuck in a tree? Yeah, free Nelson. The pages on Maggie's journal, especially day 14, where Randall was in jail and heard about Good Strawberry. What was the whole thing behind the name Good Strawberry? And July 7, where he says she's tired. I don't remember if there's anything specific about July 7th, but Good Strawberry, it says it in the video. Good Strawberry, there's a line in Richard III where Richard III he's trying to take the throne. And in order to do that, he has to kill this guy named Lord Hastings. And he goes into this meeting of all the major generals and stuff, all the major important people. He goes into this meeting and Richard III's very happy. And that's weird because that's not how Richard III is. Richard III's not a happy guy. He's this deformed, angry guy. So he comes in very happy and he talks to the bishop and he's like, hey, I heard that you got strawberries in season. I heard you got good strawberries. Go get some. I want some. And everyone's looking at him like, this is weird. This is weird. This is weird, right? So he says the phrase good strawberries, but he's doing it to throw them off their guard. Good strawberries is this sweet, beautiful thing that's throwing them off their guard because 10 minutes later, he comes in and orders Hastings' execution. So it's meant to be a place of deceit. Good strawberry, this sweet, summery, warm fruit, is in this ice cave, right? Happiness is more for now than then. We'll find out in Maggie's story. Freedom of knowledge. Knowledge is power. Yes, knowledge is power. Exactly. Yes, freedom. And that's what this symbolizes. Shakespeare's words, the true treasure hidden under the tree. There's a treasure right in the beginning and a treasure right at the end. And this is the important one, the books. Any other questions about lore or symbolism? Some I can answer, like Jerry's I can answer. I want you guys to figure it out, but I can answer some of Jerry's stuff. When I was like building this stuff, I would practice parkouring here. I would just go practice parkour. It'd be like this. Anyway, if there's no other questions, I want to thank you all for coming. I'm so appreciative of all of you. I am so thankful that this video is doing so well and that you guys really enjoyed it because you guys are enjoying my art. Let me tell you guys something. I've been making art for a long time. I made a whole movie. This is my movie right in the background here. Like, this is my movie. I made a movie. It's on Amazon. You can watch it. I got it at a film festival. I was nominated for Best Director. Or no, I was nominated for Best Actor and Best Script, Best Screenplay, right? Because I wrote it. And it's just so nice now to have my dreams finally coming true. I'm getting emotional. My first YouTube video ever was in 2012. And I was inspired by Lindsay Sterling and her tour vlog. And I was like, I'm going to make a vlog. So I did a daily vlog for like, I think a year and a half. I didn't miss a day, daily vlog. And I did not go viral at all. And then I made a YouTube channel about film. I wanted to do a film breakdown where I like go through scenes of movies and break down the scenes and like tell you what the director means. That's called Cinema Literate. It is live, Cinema Literate. It's live, but it's not active. And then, I quit that one because I didn't see any steam from it. And then I did a rock climbing YouTube channel, saw a little bit of success on that one, but not really, because I love rock climbing. But then I found Minecraft. Thanks to Ish, I found Minecraft and found the best game in the world and the best way that I can tell stories. Cause like I've been making movies for a long time and now I can do that from the comfort of my home and make really beautiful, poignant stories that people relate with and question and fight and argue and love and cry. And it's got over 200,000 views now. So thank you for watching the video and loving the video and being a homie. Because if you're here, you're a homie. I'm going to upload my movie to YouTube. It's gonna be a while though. I'm gonna do that when I have time. Will we see Good Strawberry in the next part and we'll have a bigger role? I'm assuming so. Yeah, because there's still half of Good Strawberry. Remember, Jerry only explored one half of Good Strawberry. There's a whole other half. Since the movie's differently in other worlds, does he see himself building the build while we don't see it? Okay. Jerry does not build any of it. He thinks he does. Jerry is having a mental breakdown. Jerry does not build any of it, but he truly believes he is. He truly believes it. That's why he goes crazy. Because I don't know if any of you have had a panic attack or an anxiety attack or a psychotic breakdown in your life. I'm 39. I've had plenty. But yeah, I mean, that was relatable. Like I'm making that and I'm like crying as I'm saying his lines because it's like, I know how he feels. See, will Nelson make an appearance in your next live? Well, Nelson doesn't let me hold him. If Liv Kend wants to come up and stick Nelson in the frame, Nelson can come. Nelson can come. Liv Kend, why don't you come up and let's show Nelson? So yeah, anyways, thank you guys for making my dreams come true. I know this is just the beginning. You know, I'm making part 2 now. And also the way Maggie writes in her journal, it seems like near the end she types like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. She's losing her mind. She's frantic. She's anxious. She's tense. And so she's beginning to let that energy out quickly, you know? So anyway, with that, if there's nothing else, I think we'll call it. I appreciate you guys. I'm so stoked that I'm making so many new homies. And I don't think she's coming. I don't think Liv's going to feature Nelson. I don't think she's going to do it. Listen, Nelson could never steal the show from me. How about this? I'll show you Alfie. Give me 1 second. Here's our bearded dragon. Here's Alfie. Hi, Alfie. Here's our bearded dragon. Hi, buddy. Thank you. That means so much. Yo, what up? What up, Angela Markey? Also, she knew about the berries. Alfie, this is Alfie. He's our bearded dragon. He's a little guy. He's shedding his tail right now. Thank you so much. I'm glad I could be people's favorite YouTuber. Okay, guys, let's freaking get Ludwig to watch this thing. Let's get Ludwig to watch this thing. Let's freaking get him and Ish and Weefies and Zacho Builds. Let's get him to watch this thing. Let's freaking do it. We gotta freaking rush their chats. Cool. That's it. You guys are awesome. I will I don't know when I'm gonna go live next. I'm gotta just focus on building this next video. I'm like reading so much Shakespeare right now. It's crazy. I got books of Shakespeare right next to me. It's only gonna go from here. That's right. One more question. Why, when Jerry was on the island and when you said Jerry felt like he was in a dream or summit? I don't understand that. When Jerry was on the island and when you said Jerry felt like he was in a dream or something. Oh. I think during anxiety attacks, panic attacks, psychological breakdowns, I think you can sometimes feel like yeah, I mean, it's a nightmare. It's a freaking nightmare. And you can lose a sense of reality for sure. You know, I would love to collab with them. Was Jerry really on the island for 12 years? No, he was not. Jerry was on the island for 12 minutes. Make a crack server. I don't know what that means. Yeah, he felt like he was on the island for 12 years, but he, in fact, was not on the island for 12 years. He was on the island for 12 minutes. Technically, like more than 12 minutes, but like an hour. But yeah, no, he was not on the island for 12 years. He was not. Just thought he was. Yeah, didn't it? Because that music, because I had to freaking fight, like make that music with AI sound like, I had to make it sound like dreamy but evil. You know, like I had to make it sound like that. Every minute means 1 year. That's exactly right. It felt like 1 minute. Yeah. So again, AI, like I still had to craft the sound of that, right? I was like, I need something that's like evil, but like heavenly and weird and like makes you feel like you're in a dream or a daze. Oh, that line's so deep. Like he's just like, he's here and he's like, I'm a god. Yep, no spoilers for part 2. Nothing. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not spoiling anything because listen, I know how spoilers work. It's a domino effect. What the heck? Where'd chat go? What the heck? I can't see chat anymore. Anyways, yeah, spoilers are like a domino. If you get spoilers, you can figure it out all. Okay. I can't see chat anymore, so I think that's it for now. What the heck? What happened? I don't know. I don't even know if I'm still streaming. If I am still streaming, good night. Thank you for coming. I'll be in touch and get into the Discord, subscribe, share the video. Thank you for